Black Compass Media, back live with another one. Shout out to the people that's out there right now. Appreciate everybody for joining in, for tuning in, for subscribing. Especially everybody out there on Caffeine too. Definitely appreciate all of y'all for subscribing to what we do. You know what I mean? This has been fun so far, all the responses and stuff like that. So definitely hit me up. My people that watch on other platforms and listen and things like that, just be out for everybody. Make sure you subscribe to Black Compass Media on all, podcasting platforms or everybody who hosts stuff like that. So your iTunes, your Spotify, we everywhere. iHeartRadio, we got a lot of different avenues that we kind of post on. Look out for the visuals. Look out for Black Compass Underground. We'll be shooting one of those this weekend. Some very special guests. I'm not going to give anything away. But yeah, we are joined here today with a brother I wanted to talk to in a backdrop of a lot of different things going on. So we're going to talk politics. We're going to talk battle rap. We're going to talk hip hop. We're going to talk Grand National. Yeah. Shout out to the Bay. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Highly requested interview. Pass.
Man.
What's going on, brother?
What's happening, bro?
Hey.
Thanks for the intro, man. That's love.
Yeah.
I'm honored to be here virtually. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, these are the mediums that we have to work with, at the moment and things like that. And I think for now, it's one of those situations like we was talking backstage to where, you just want to put your best foot forward. Although I hate this. Like, I hate this little time. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
And people act like you can't say that, but I definitely don't like it. But how have you been holding up in terms of just with everything between, everything that's going on in California? I seen the pictures, bro. You know what I mean? I wanted to more so check in more than anything too. You know what I mean? So, but how's everything going for you, bro?
Man. Yeah, man. Everything is complicated, but it's good. It's shit has been crazy out here. I mean, the fires, as far as like where I'm at in the Bay Area, I'm in Oakland. I'm in the East Bay. Mm-hmm. So like fires out here, there's not even really fires like close. You feel me? Like huge state, you know what I mean? But it is like drastically affecting the air quality though. Like as you've seen in the picture that I had that like went viral or whatever. It was like hella orange outside, you know what I mean? Damn near looked like that all day, and the air quality today. And the weird thing is that particular day, like the air quality was cool. It was all right. Like I actually read oh my bad. Hey, shut up. My bad. Hey, Dion, be quiet, fool. But yeah, it's the air quality like today, and I think in the next couple of days, it's about to be really ugly. You know what I'm saying? Say what's up. What's up, fool?
What's going on?
He's tripping. But yeah, but I appreciate it, man. And, I think hopefully the fire season is going to be over sooner than later. You know what I mean? We get rain and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But.
Oh, man. I seen that picture and I was bugged out. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, I seen it. Hold on one sec. I'm sorry, Pass. Hold on 1 second. Everybody hang tight real quick. I'm getting a knock at the door. 1 second. Sorry about that, everyone. Hold up, Pat.
Oh God.
Like that's how real life is. Like I respect it. I mean, look, I have and shout out to the fans, everybody. We back, all the supporters, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. My neighbor, right? And this is how good I have it, right? And this is a microcosm of how much I can't complain about shit. Like I don't have room to complain about nothing. You know what I mean, Pass? Because my neighbor asked me for a wine opener. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how cool my neighborhood is. Like people knocking your door on some, it's like, yo, they coming, bro. Like, or yo, hide
Yeah,
this.
hey, that's
Like,
what I'm saying.
that's what I grew up with, Pass.
Yeah, that's why I said that. I'm like, hey, it's not at least the police or worse. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
but hey, but did you have a wine opener for her though?
I didn't, and that is embarrassing as a grown man. That's like,
Yeah, you should. Yeah, man.
you
I
know,
don't know if you drink wine, but you can have a wine opener just in case, bro.
exactly. Like I should, yeah, I should do that. I felt it was a little bit, it was mildly embarrassing. That's also a
Hey.
microcosm of how well I feel like I'm so far removed. Like, damn, I don't have a wine opener. That's burning me up right now.
Nah, that's tight. That's a tight problem to discover.
Right.
I need that shit. I need that ASAP.
But on the on Oakland though, but you know, in all seriousness, because I was gonna move out there, but like near like Livermore, I was gonna work and all that, and
Really? Okay.
yeah, and it's just, you know, seeing the stuff out there, it makes it difficult, man. But how was it that morning, walking outside and being like, yo, what? Like, was it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It had to be surreal. You said you'd never seen anything like that too.
Yeah. Never. I mean, never in real life. You know, I mean, you see pictures of like India or something with pollution and like, but even that out there, it's like not like straight up orange, you know. But I also think it might have been, you know, particularly where I was and where the sun was coming up or something. I don't really know. But when I straight up got up in the morning, first of all, I thought it was, you know, I got up and I was like, oh, it's like 5 a.m. or something. Like I'm gonna, you know, about to go back to sleep. And I look at the, oh, it's like 8 something. Like kind of weird, and I didn't even think about it. And then, you know, I'm on the phone and she's like, have you been outside? I'm like, no. And I go outside. I'm like, oh, this is like, and it was trippy, you know. Like, I mean, with everything going on this year, man, it's almost like anything can happen, you know. It's like, yeah, of course I'm gonna come outside and it look like Mad Max, you know, like it's 2020. Like,
Yeah. This is like the light thing of like all the things that have happened.
You know
like the sky being red.
It is mania. It's like a weird. It's like an unavoidable sign of shit going on around you. You know, you can't ignore that. You can't go outside and be like, oh yeah, you know, like I didn't even want to do shit that day. Damn near, like this is damn near like like a world catastrophe or like, you know, major like event happening right now. You know, so
right.
But it was just like very ominous and shit. It was weird, but next day it was a little less orange, and even today, like it was Friday, and it's like ain't no sun outside. Like it's straight up, like it's straight up cloudy, but it's not clouds. It's smoke, fires and shit. You know what I mean? Like we're covered in smoke. You feel me? It's crazy.
I feel you, but you know, there is good news. There you do have developments. You got things going on. You got a project that just dropped and things like that with Grand National. And I do want to, like, I want to talk battle rap. I like battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, right? Shout out to all the leagues, and definitely shout out to URL and catch Ultimate Madness too, and this weekend battles as well. You know, but I gotta talk about Bay Area hip hop, and I gotta talk about the project that you just put out with Grand National, the collective of MCs out in the Bay Area and everything like that. I just think it's dope. Cause I you know, and I'm gonna do a little. It might be a little single screen on me right now, but I gotta tell y'all, everybody, shout out everybody. I'm a grown man, right? Like I'm an adult. You understand? Like I read. You know, I got secondary, tertiary thoughts about things going on in life and society. I've seen things. I don't got energy for y'all sometimes. I'm gonna be honest. Now, what these brothers have put together, I think is a dope project. It's different musically than I think some fans, maybe who aren't familiar, would expect. But I want to get your background on the project, and you know, and how you guys sort of put this together as MCs from the Bay.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love that you even asking me about that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed that you even, you know what I mean? That's dope that that's on your radar like that, man. That's love. So basically, it's 12 of us. It's like, I think it's a lot of us. It's a collective Grand National with an X at the end, so it's like Grand Nation XL. Feel me?
Right.
So around the end of last year, you know, I seen the, you know, the homies like getting in the studio and stuff, and they're guys that I know. Some of them I know more than others. Like I think at the time I was probably closest with Monty Draper, who's incredible MC from Richmond. You know, around the way we got similar, you know, whoop-de-whoop friends and stuff. And you know, there's a guy named Kevin Allen, aka Irk the Jerk, who is like you know, he's had hits like during like, you know, some of the highest like times of the Bay Area, like music movement and shit. Not necessarily his guy is not like some hyphy shit, but he definitely had like, you know, a couple of big hits and stuff. And him and Monty and the homie Brookfield Deuce from East Oakland, you know, like kind of we're just doing these sessions with a lot of people and bringing Mo Green and Chant Green and Black Achilles and Will and you know what I'm saying, everybody through. And I was like, what's up? Let me come through. What are y'all doing? You feel me? Myself. I low key invited myself.
So you was lurking past? Come on, bro.
Absolutely, bro. And I hit up Kevin and was like, what are y'all doing, bro? And he's like, nah, come through for real. Like, like easily. And so, you know, I slid through for a session. And at that time, they didn't know what they were doing. Like nobody really knew. It was just a big old group text with people. And, you know, eventually like the group text like got a little bit smaller and smaller and shit. And then it was like, all right, this is us. You feel me? We got hella music. We Grand National, whoop-de-whoop. We put it together.
Right.
But he has their own resources. So we've been, you know, we basically got like a band like together with, you know, Brian Simmons, who's like a keyboardist with Fantastic Negrito, Grammy winner. You feel me? Like, I don't even know a lot of the other guys who play with us. Like it's like a kind of a rotating group of guys who like play different shit sometimes when we do but yeah, so we put out Twice on Sunday season 1 recently, and you know it's been getting some really dope attention and some cool like critical acclaim. It's really been awesome. And just today we dropped Twice on Sunday season 1 behind the scenes, which is basically like a deluxe version of season 1, but it's all new songs. You feel me? It's not like remixes or nothing. It's all 10 brand new songs.
Right.
And the other project we dropped today was called Live from Airship Laboratories, which is I'm not sure how many songs it was, like maybe 6 or 7 live versions, because we did a live show recently where we performed with a band and shit, and so we captured all those songs, got to mix and match and put those out too. So that's Live from Airship Laboratories. And so yeah, we working with, you know, it's not just a bunch of guys like rapping over beats, you know. It's like we're working with the producers, you know, Soundtrack and OG Jaren, and these guys are incredible, you know. And then we bring in live instrumentation into those beats and shit, and like, you know, it's a whole workshop. It's a factory.
Dope, man. That's dope. It very much. When I think I saw one of the homies in the interview, and he was talking about like the mission a little bit, and like now that I hear you talking, it very much has this like Dream Village type vibe where it's like, you know, it's just all a bunch of creatives in the room. Marinated is dope. Snowfall is that was fire. Yeah. Y'all killed that one.
Man.
I was like, I was tripping. See, Marinated is more of that. That's the style that I kind of have come to really appreciate, you know what I'm saying? Because it's very, you know, I was hyped. I had my hype times. Like I had my like, yo, let's go fight people. And I still get in them bags every now and again, but that's really in the gym. But for the most part, I'm mellow. You know what I mean? My way to cope is to smoke and read the greatest in Malcolm X quote. Like that's when you said I'm like, that's me right there. Like that's what I do. You know what I mean? So
that's awesome.
But nah, the way you all put those together was dope. But the arrangement I thought on Snowfall was different. Like it's very, you know, I don't think everybody would have attacked that, you know, that way. You know what I mean? When you got a complex soundscape, like what's making you sort of shift in that direction? Because I think the Bay gets a sort of a stigma, in my opinion, of just being one way, like it's all hyphy all the time or always turned up. You know what I mean? So what makes you kind of move in that direction?
Well, I think that's the thing that kind of connected all of us, is that we all have like obviously our roots in the Bay Area. Like we're all from Oakland, Richmond, Vallejo, and I think that covers it. Oakland, Richmond, Vallejo is like the whole group. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this fool by the bar. But I think that the thing that connected us is that we're like kind of oddly like-minded with we're all kind of hip hop nerds, you feel me? And so we really know everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys are all battle rap fanatics, bro. Like, oh God, you feel me? Like I didn't know really until I started doing more stuff with them. Like they be talking about it, like they know everything. You feel me? Like they be watching this shit. So
Yeah.
So clicking with them, it was really easy to kind of get into that groove, you know what I'm saying, of trying different shit. And you know, and the production too, like Soundtrack, you know what I'm saying, and OG Jaren and Bassa and Noble, like these guys are really elite level producers, and they all kind of have like a similar like theme to their music, you know what I'm saying, like sonically, you know what I mean. And so it's kind of easy to just get in where we fit in, you know. And yeah, that Snowfall shit is awesome. I appreciate that. The homie, bro, went crazy. He was sliding on that. That's I forgot to mention him before, but he's you know, elite rapper from Oakland, Jamla Records, Ninth Wonder, you know what I'm saying, affiliate. You feel me? Like
yeah.
Yeah, he went crazy on that song. But yeah, and Marinated too is funny. Like this is how like this shit works, right? Like I did that. I wrote my thing or whatever, 8, because we all were doing 8 bars and shit. And when I did mine, Kev was like, "Wait a minute, like that's like," he's like, "Play it again." He's like, "That sounded like the chorus." It wasn't necessarily gonna be the chorus in my mind. Like I just wrote it. Like there's a lot of that type of shit going on. Like we'll be like,
right.
It's like this now. You feel me? Like we all kind of talking to each other and damn near executive producing each other's verses and shit. You feel me? Like type of thing. So yeah. So that's how that one came together.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Yeah. I was impressed by the project, and both projects actually. I listened all the way through. We're gonna
you already listened, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah. Because I was like, well, shit. Let me get in the mode of the same mode of what they was in when they kind of made this, and I kind of watched the interview, and I'm like, you know what, this is cool. You know what I mean? I went to the joint on your that you had on Twitter, just y'all in the studio and everything, putting stuff down, and I was like, all right, this is cool. And I was already in that mood because it's Friday. It's one of them like type Fridays where I'm just chilling. You know what I mean? So it was
hell yeah.
You know,
that's awesome.
So the project is out. The project is dope. I'm definitely feeling that, and I think we're gonna spread that out to more people. Before we get to battle rap, one more, the thing about the music, man, and just the Bay Area in general. And, you see some of the younger people, like some of the influences and stuff like that. And in terms of what you do, I feel like it's more adult contemporary. How do you feel like the two styles can sort of coexist? Do you feel like there's an emerging market for, us guys who grew up in hip hop? It's like, damn, you gonna kick us out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what's your take on that and sort of the young old dichotomy of the Bay Area?
I mean, we're trying to do that. Like that's like one of the things we're trying to accomplish with this shit, you know what I'm saying, is like I'm 32. I think a lot of folks think I'm like older than I am, you feel me? Like, I don't spring chicken, you feel me? But
yeah. You're not an old man. People, exactly.
People got me fucked up with
this. Yo, past talk, bro. I be feeling the same way. Just because it's braids in his beard, don't be doing that to me.
Don't do me like that.
You know what I mean? Man. Like, we ain't 35 yet. Don't do that.
Not yet, man. So, but some of us in the group is, you know what I mean, is up there, you know what I'm saying, but some of us is, in our 20s and shit too. Our 20s, I should say. But at the same time, like, yeah, I mean, I love all this shit. Like me personally, I slap like All Black and Offset Jim and you know what I mean, like everything, bro. Like, I love I love everything to come out, but. There's a place in my heart just for dope music, you know what I mean? Like, so when all is like spitting to me, I'm like, he's gassing too, like he's going crazy. But I think we are like, that's what we're trying to do, like, I mean, I don't want to like, say nothing crazy, but I wasn't there last night, but I seen fools in the studio with Drew Banga, who's a really elite producer from Oakland as well. Really know him like that. I was used to see him in the studio with the homies because he's like a musician. He's got credits on like Quavo songs, and he's produced for a lot of people, you know. And,
right.
and he's also produced for like All Black and Trifling and all these other guys that are popping from Oakland right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see why we can't put it together, you know, especially with somebody like me, somebody like Kev and Kel's in the group and shit. Like we're trying to do that, you know.
Okay, I got you. All right, that's dope. On to the other side of the coin here, the battle rap world, right? The ever changing,
holy shit.
You know what I mean? Like the landscape here. I'm trying to put this together in certain terms. I feel like the tide is changing, right? I mean the tide is changing battle rap to where now it's a lot of eyes on it, right? Scenes that you guys help build, help pioneer, the styles that coming out of either side of the coin, URL, KOTD. We gonna get there too. We ain't gonna be PC in here either. We're gonna talk about the black-white thing too. But there's more eyes on this. It's getting more lucrative. You know what I'm saying? You got tournaments, you got sponsorships. Where does somebody like Pass fit into that? How does a person who's a veteran sort of fit into this new landscape? Do you even want to, right? Like, is it something that entices you, or has it become something that is so far away from what you helped build? Is my question.
Yeah. I mean, all in all, flaws and all and everything, like I think it's dope where it is right now. I mean, it has taken so many turns, and it's going to continue to take turns, you know, and the COVID shit really put like a twist on everything, because now there's like this crazy focus on the words and on the delivery and on like a clean performance and shit like that. And there's a whole new, really significant layer added to it with the small rooms, you know, like, and it's different than like the Born Legacy shit and all that was like the small room. It's even smaller room. It's literally damn near like, but yeah, I think it's dope. And as far as where Pass fits in, I guess I don't know. Like, I think like, I appreciate, you know, the nod to, you know, being considered a veteran. I definitely have been in this shit for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Battle some super high level opponents and done well. You know, I definitely still like have a desire to get in there and prove that I could get down in the same way. You feel me? Like I could get in that.
Right.
So, like, I haven't done that yet. You feel me? Like I need, that's for me right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
That's actually all me. Like, I don't know if y'all like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what's up? Like, I'm ready, you know, like, but just cause it's like cause it really is like the room where you can kind of show yourself with the delivery. You could just kind of like, for me, I just look at that as a straight up open canvas. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't got to worry about really, I'm doing me to the fullest.
Yeah, it's different.
So I think, so I think that's, if as far as fitting in, like, you know, I guess we'll have to kind of see, because I haven't really participated in this. It's changed even since I last battled in December. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The last couple times we've seen you, I think you actually there were good battles with Ill Wills, and then the Danny Myers sweep, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get to why I'm upset with you too, but
okay.
but you know, I because Pass it, okay, all right.
This is what we gotta say it now, like,
because the problem is like, look, you nice, but I feel like because the rollout for the bridge joint was so powerful. You there, Oakland A's had like a jar of probably some of the best weed on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got the dark tent. Like, it was fire. You had the whole setup. So I was ready, and I was one of the people talking shit. Like, yep, he about to show y'all what time it is. And that's why. Yep, exactly. That's why. But it's like, between the Briz battle and then the Don Marino performance and stuff, which I think, you know, given the circumstance, him at home and things like that, Don did well. I'm not gonna lie, but I thought that maybe it was a situation of guys not being used to what you was bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to comment on, like, in terms of, do you feel like, like, we can still get
I
over
can talk
it.
about that.
Yeah, like how did you feel coming out of those
I
situations?
could, I could,
Because
I could tell you, I could tell it to you pretty simply.
okay,
Like
okay,
the bridge shit, there was no. I'm not gonna even with the Don Marino thing. Hey, um, like I wouldn't even say what you said, which is like maybe they weren't like used to whatever. Like I wouldn't even say that. You know, say that it was more so on me. You know what I'm saying? Like because I mean that's just how I think about things. There's no external thing that can make me do anything. So if I didn't kill it 100%, then that's not nobody else's fault. That's on me. You feel me? So like there for the Don Marino shit, I actually like my writing in that, but my performance, you know what I mean, was like just I didn't get through my shit the way that I wanted to. And there is like there's some kind of interesting circumstances to that shit. I almost like canceled that battle. I don't really want to put it out there, you feel me? Because I'm not trying to like I'm shading nobody or putting nobody's business out there.
Yeah, sure.
I at the very like my like I'll put it like I landed like that day, you feel me? Like a couple hours like before that shit is like it did not go the way that it was supposed to go, you feel me? Like to put it like that.
Yeah.
And I damn near canceled it, but I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never done that. I don't want to do that shit. You feel me? Like I actually fools like I hit up like a couple people and it was like, well, we would understand actually if you did. You feel me? Like damn near in hindsight, I probably should have, bro. Like I shouldn't do this right now. Like this shit ain't really gonna work the way that I thought it was like a few days ago. Like and so there was like a lot of material I didn't get out. You feel me? Like there's whole chunks of shit that I didn't get out. I didn't get through the shit that I wanted to the way I did.
Okay.
And it just is what it is.
It's one of them things, man.
Cannon shit. I thought I was on point on that one with URL. I battled Young Cannon in Los Angeles. And I don't really care what nobody say. I thought I killed that shit.
Yo, I thought you did too.
Yeah, right on, man. Appreciate you.
Like I thought that's my other issue. I'm like, well, you see what he did with Danny? You see what he did with like, but the spotlight is bright now. We want you to, you know what I'm saying, shine when the light's the brightest sometimes.
I know, exactly. And that's why when I look back, I should have been like, yo, I don't think I'm gonna be able to tighten this up really the way that I usually do or need to, whatever whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah.
And with the bridge shit, that was with the bridge shit, honestly, like I it's just like underprepared, lack of preparation type shit. I was going through some pretty crazy personal shit at the time. I was going through like the maniest shit that I've ever been through, you feel me? Like and that was another one where I damn near shouldn't have accepted it, you feel me? But I did and you know what I'm saying? Just that's what happens when you do that. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I don't think I was like hella weak. I was just like weak. You feel me? and I damn near knew what it was gonna be going into it. Like I was already like had this kind of defeatist like attitude, damn near. You feel me? Like on the day of and shit. But with the Cannon shit, like I felt good. I was like afterwards, I was like, yeah. That's my. You feel? I remember D.I. the Henny man. He was like before. He was like, yeah, you know, you might, or maybe it was after some shit. But he told me he was like, yo, I thought you was finna get 3-0. I said that shit on my thing or whatever, but you proved me wrong, bro. You got him damn near, bro. Like 2-1. I was like, all right, man, what's up?
Yeah.
but shout out to you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, shout out to D.I. man, battle rap track. That's a fact.
Yeah, he's a good guy, bro. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and it's not like I'm not finna be like, oh well, I was going through some shit, so that's on me, bro. Like you know, and I guess you know the consequences is what it is, whatever, like or what it has been. You feel me? But I definitely think like I mean, yeah, there's this idea that it's like you know, well, you know, the shit on URL is like where it counts. You know, right. Some people think that, a lot of people think that, so I don't necessarily think that. You feel me? But it just kind of. You know, is what it is. But
it always seemed to me that you had two forces working against you. The fact that you are West Coast and also the fact that you're from NorCal too is different. And then it's like you're also your top performances in a lot of what I would say is probably your core fan base is on KOTD. So you hear the content, you hear the type of stuff that you're saying the same shit as URL guys, but you know what I'm saying, you presenting it in a Bay Area type way, which we respect, but it's like, I think people sort of have the stigma of, nah, this is still less than, you know what I'm saying? I mean, do you personally feel that way, or is it just a matter of like, I mean, I don't know if MC should even think that way, you know what I mean? As I asked the question, but you know.
The way that I think about it is like, I gotta fight for the reaction on URL, like that reason, you feel me? Like, so I mean, but I accept that. Like, I'm not mad at that. You feel me? Yeah. It just is what it is. Like, I'm not, you know, like just because I don't feel that way and I don't watch battle rap in that like frame of mind or whatever, it's different. I grew up watching it different. The shit is so kind of old now. You feel me? Like, people came up watching it differently, don't know what Scribble Jam is, don't know who Juice is or whatever.
Man. Breaks my heart.
And that's, you know, that's fine. Like, that's not a bad thing necessarily. I mean, you know, but I definitely feel like there is a little bit of like, yeah, I need to fight a little bit more for that reaction on URL, you know what I mean? Type shit, because like, it's this West Coast. Oh yeah, you cool on King of the Dot, but what you gonna do here? Remember like when I battled Dom Reed, I mean, even in that situation, like I was saying some cold shit and like, you know, I remember Jazz, like shout out to her. Hey, no, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Jazz was like, yo, y'all hearing this, right? Like, like she's front row, you feel me? She's right next to the back, and she's like, yo, y'all hearing this, bro? Like, he said some crazy shit.
Right.
Jazz was saying, I was kind of rapping to her and shit, I think of for a second, but
yeah.
But even, you know, it's cool. It's like, I don't get mad. It's like, I kind of look at it as it is what it is. It's kind of the natural progression. It's what, I'm not like surprised by that. You feel me? Like,
right.
Yeah, and it's my responsibility to fight through that shit and be better than what they're even expecting. You feel what I'm saying? So that's my job.
Yeah. You know, I feel
every battle rapper job.
Yeah, yeah. And some days you have tough days and things like that. You get through it. I did see something that I, you know, kind of piqued my interest, and I wanted to be petty about it and blast it out there.
Oh shit.
Responding to, I think it was from a man, Bill Collector, right? On some rooftop situation, man.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
up?
Oh yeah.
What's
I mean,
about?
Come on, man. I'm out here, man. What's up?
Oh yeah, like what's?
I think Bill would be crazy.
Yeah. I think that'd be fire.
I mean, I got like respect for Bill. I think I met him maybe like once. I don't know where, I don't know why, but I feel like I done crossed paths with him somewhere. You feel me? But you know, he got a crazy style. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's talking that shit. He says like simple shit. This funny, this dope. He is an unorthodox thing. Like I think we could clown around, man. We do something crazy.
Yeah, the style contrast alone.
I think that would be crazy.
Would be just ridiculous. I mean, I think that's a battle that people would definitely sign up for.
Yeah, man.
You know, and then that rooftop setting is like, for you, and just on a technical sort of rapper level, you always rapped a step faster than everyone else, in my opinion. You and Diz, y'all kind of like a step faster. Like, it's other people too that I feel like early Av used to be very fast, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And when you got a style like that, sometimes it's hard for people to really appreciate it until you get in a quiet type of room, or you know what I'm saying, like where it's like it's really, you know, it's MC for MC. But what is it? What would a rooftop sort of aesthetic do, you think, for your style? You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think it. Well, just along with the whole small room thing, it kind of just gives like that breathing room, like, and to just like really go off and you can take your time, you know what I'm saying, and get through shit. Like, and yeah, I definitely know that I'm like, there's value to like slowing down. You feel me? It's something that I had to like kind of figure. Like, I think like when I was practicing for Danny and shit, I'm like, I'm going a little too fast. Feel me? I gotta slow down.
Yeah.
I think with being up there, it's like it's hard to explain. It's not less pressure. It's still, I mean, I haven't been in it. I haven't done one of them yet, but it feels like it would be like not less pressure, but less of I mean, it's like less physical pressure. You feel me? Like you just physically, you can move your arms and shit around. You could walk around.
Yeah.
And you could kind of like I want to do that. You feel me? And I want to, I want to get like the shit off. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of shit to say. Like I've been writing battle raps like this whole time. Like I'm like ready. Like right now. Like straight up.
I'm gonna be honest, because this is what happens when we start putting stuff like this in the air passes. Now I see other matchups being made. Shout out to the caffeine. Shout out to everybody that's in here leaving comments and whatnot.
Yeah, I can't. I don't see no comments or nothing. So I don't.
They saying you and Mike P would be dope.
Yeah.
They also saying you and Real Sick in a rookies versus vets type situation would be dope as well.
Okay.
I think those are good matchups. Well, on the real the note for Real Sick, the new guys. What new talent are you rocking with? Like, who do you think is dope right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna say like kind of the obvious answers, but I think these guys are really raw. Like, I mean, shit. A lot of people are new to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
but like,
what do you mean new? I've been here for years.
But like, I definitely think. I mean, I've been watching this shit on the caffeine on URL like every Saturday. I got the app and shit too. I definitely think Jay the Nightwing is crazy. Like, I love his style. Like, he look and kind of sound like my boy Apes. You feel me? Like, hella funny, and I just think that's funny. But his like kind of sense of humor and his like idea of what like a punchline is like really awesome to me. Yeah. Who else, bro? Kid Chaos.
Kid Chaos. Yeah, he's being mentioned a lot in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to do that too. I told him like we could run that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm down. To me are elite level rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like so why would I not like let them challenge me? You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. That'd be dope.
But man. I think Kid Chaos, Jay the Nightwing, Real Sick is crazy. He's raw as fuck. That's another guy who, he's dynamic. Like you could tell that he wasn't just like watching URL battles. You feel me? Like you could hear that shit. Like he I could hear that he was watching Disaster and Pass and like some other shit and Ilmac and shit like that in his bars too at the same time.
Right.
Everything else, which I appreciate, obviously. And yeah, I'm catting off on names right now, but I fuck with a lot of them, bro. Like I've been like, there's a long period I straight up was like, I don't even watch battle rap. You feel me? Like,
why was it like that? I like to hear stories of being jaded. I don't know why, but yeah.
I think I just for a period it just wasn't exciting and shit. Like, really, it's like, oh, this is cool. Like a really big like battle like coming out, be like Arsenal versus somebody. Like, oh, I'm gonna watch that. That was like a minute ago, like type shit.
Yeah.
But then once like the band and Born Legacy shit started happening, like I started paying attention again, and then I was around the same time King of the Dot started doing hella events, and then later on they did Town Business and shit. You feel me? Now I'm like watching everything. You feel me? But yeah, so even though I watch everything, like it's hard for me to pinpoint like people that really stand out. But those guys that I named, like I'm definitely fans of. I'll be watching their shit.
Okay, no doubt. And they throwing in legend versus legend type joints. I know you probably seen the Legend series with Method Man and all that too with Math.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They throwing out 100 names. So everybody's in the caffeine joint right now. Tag Pass in all of this. Go to his Twitter right now. And tag him with the names of these battles. I like to start shit. We gonna
pass 510.
Pass 510. All right?
Tag the other dude too. Let them know I'm gonna whoop their ass.
Yeah. Tag them both, cause I'm gonna tag them both type of person. Tag them both.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
When I leave like a hot take or something like, yo, I think somebody lost. They like, oh, they tag him like, good. I hope he know. God damn it, you lost.
Hey, it's a battle, man.
You
gonna get mad.
But all right, so KOTD, there is there was an announcement that there is a partnership now with Twitch, and then there's also talk of tournament and a nice little sum of money and some legends. Legends. And mixed in with a lot of different people, and I think this is bringing in a lot of different. So Are you going to be a part of that tournament? And what's your sort of take on these tournaments? I know you participated before, but like, what is your take on tournaments in general? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
haven't really participated in a tournament like this, family. Like, it was different. I don't. Nah. Well, I can't. I don't think I can really say.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I can say that I'm not participating in the one in LA on September 20th.
Ah.
Because I'm not. I just, you know what I'm saying, I have some obligations and shit. We'll do. Date kind of came up quick. I was like, damn, man, like that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
for a second. But yeah, so unable to do that. But you know, I don't know. You may or may not see me pop up or some shit. You never know, man.
Okay.
There's a lot of different conversations happening, and yeah, obviously, I want to get down. You feel me? And obviously, they want to see your boy get down. So it's we didn't forget.
Okay. All right. And I noticed the neck scratch too. See, I study body language too, Paz. Yeah.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? I might, you know what I mean? I might step out the house something light, you know what I mean?
No,
I
it's
feel
time,
you.
man.
But yeah, and I think even when that's sort of going on, I think it does help competition. You know what I'm saying? It wakes fans up a little bit, you know, and it causes a lot of different storylines. You see a lot of people kind of talking and different communities talking. You know what I'm saying? I think because you on both sort of in both worlds, as a lot of people will prefer to say, right? It's two different worlds, right? You got the KOTD audience as well. You respected over here by URL fans as well. What's your outlook on just sort of the communities in general? Do you feel like there's still this sort of schism there, you know what I mean? And just in the backdrop of everything that's going on, like how does a KOTD rollout sort of look in the guise of a majority white audience?
You mean like right now?
Yeah. Like how you think people are going to be, with everything that's going on,
Well,
you know what I'm saying? I try to put it in that context, but go ahead.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, that's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, well, the first thing I think about when you ask me that is, you know, something I get. I don't know. I can't really say whatever, but it's like the talent that's in it. The guys who are participating are going to draw everybody. It's going to be a little bit of everybody in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, while it is like predominantly white audience, you know, per se, or I don't know that for a fact. I'm like guessing it is. I put some money on it. You feel me? Like I don't know. You feel me? Yes, but yeah, I mean, I think Twitch is like aware of like the King of the Dot content and stuff. I was kind of thinking about that. I was like wondering, like, is Twitch gonna be cool with like, you know what I'm saying?
Full certain things that get said.
Yeah, with certain things that get said, you feel me? Like especially certain people say crazy things. You know?
You got to show them. You see, you have to give them a dossier of like the best of King of the Dot disrespect.
And I think that has happened. I think that they are familiar and that they're like cool. I mean, you know, if you put it in the context, like, you know, of what it is and the art form of, you know, that's what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Agree. You know what I'm saying? Within reason, or maybe not within reason. I don't know. But to me, I would think that it's going to be big. I think it's going to be big. I think it's going to be a huge audience. I think it's going to be well received, but it might spark some interesting conversations because I think there's a lot of people that will have not seen like battle rap in this format, and especially maybe a lot of people, even who are people who watch hella URL and shit, might not be super familiar with King of the Dot and then watch this and be like, "What the fuck?" And you know, it might spark some challenging, you know, uncomfortable conversations about like what's going on. You feel me? And I just saw that like, you know, King of the Dot is organizing a panel discussion of some sort about things. And I think, you know, folks are probably going to be, I bet you that's going to come up. You know what I'm saying? Just about everything that's going on and how like what this is really meant for. And, you know, so I think I'm juiced for it. Like, I'm excited. You feel me? Like, I'm pretty mad that I can't be at the first one. You feel me? But, you know, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I think, you know, it's just important is just always to sort of keep that in the frame of reference. And I'm, you know, I went and I looked at the note that you wrote after the situation that happened with Avo, right? And I said, you know, first of all, that was just, it was eloquently put, you know what I mean, in terms of not using it to sort of bludgeon each other, you know what I mean? Like, not letting
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Right. My bad, bro. Hey,
Shout
yeah,
out,
come on.
shout out to my dog owners, man. Yeah.
My dog. Yeah, man. Jesus, man.
It's
I'm
all.
dog sitting. I'm not. This is not my dog.
Where you dog? Okay, yeah.
But
Shout out to that.
it's a good friend's dog. You feel me? And you know,
Yeah.
dog is a good friend of mine too. So
That's what's up, man.
but anyway, my
But
bad.
no,
Yeah, thank
no,
you. I appreciate that.
no, it's all good, man. It's all good. But no, I was just saying, it's just like I felt like you put that very well, you know what I'm saying? And I know that there's been talk and things like that, but that really, especially at a time like this, that hit the community pretty hard, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Right.
So I mean, the other reflections on it, and it's something I was sort of left with, is that you still sort of said, you know, given all the things that's happening, given the fact that he sort of put himself out there, doesn't make him a hero, which I thought was important to say, but there's still avenues by which we can sort of talk about it. So I wanted to get more of your perspective on that, you know what I mean, just in reflection of it, you know, and what sort of transpired since then.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words, man. I definitely put a lot of thought into that. And I mean, the reason I put a lot of thought into it is because, like, you know, he's a guy that I considered a good friend, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a person that I've been close to for a long time.
Right.
You know, so, you know, with shit like that, you see some shit like that, it's kind of crazy. But, yeah, reflection on that. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of what I said in there. Like, to me, like, it damn near wasn't really like surprising, like, to see, like, you know, I didn't really have this intense reaction that a lot of other people had, you feel me? Like,
right.
I think it because it's like, if you take like my response, you know what I'm saying, versus like maybe somebody else's response, like B Dot, I think was actually very similar, like the messaging, you feel me, which is basically like, white folks are like, if you grew up white in America, you basically are a racist, bro. Like, I'm not like surprised that some shit would happen. You know, and that I would hear that you said like some stupid shit one day, or you laughed at something, and that I would damn near have to check you and be like, hey, you know, that one thing you did, that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Saying, and that's like happened in my life before, you know what I mean? And I think like was maybe distinct with myself and growing up in the Bay Area and Oakland and stuff is like, it's very diverse out here. Like, I know people like talk about that, but it's like, you know, in the high schools and middle school, elementary school, you're gonna have every little bit of everybody in your class, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's hella Asians and shit. Like, everybody clowning on each other, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, and it's, it is like and I said this on like when I did the talk with, you know, RX and Geechee and Avo. It's like there is this thing about like punching down, you feel me? Like, that's just not cool. Like, you can't use like a white person with some other white people joking about black folks is like extremely like racially insensitive, to say the fucking least. You feel me? Like, that's that's like the articulate way to put it, but it's actually like hella fucked up and racist. You feel me? Like, but specifically, it's like extremely racially insensitive, and it's like obtuse. You feel me? You're not like, it's like you're punching down. You're not considering like, you know, anything. You're not considering the implications of what you're saying. You feel me? And like, you have power to say that shit freely, and that's what's fucked up. The thing is about that, which is interesting about Avo, is that the person that I know today knows that shit. Like, he have an inclination to tell him that, because I know that he knows that already. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I've seen him say that to other white people. You feel me? I've seen him on Ruin Your Day and see people in the chat, like, because he did the thing about George Floyd and shit, whatever. And I see people in the chat talking about like, well, you know, blah, blah, blah. And they're, you know, if he's over here convincing white people that they have white privilege and that systemic racism is a real thing, and encouraging them to like explore their own shit, that's pretty much all we can ask of these white folks at this point. You feel like?
Yeah.
That's all I want, really. For like, so if I hear that somebody says some racist shit or laughed at a joke or didn't stick up for us or me when they were supposed to. And even if they don't get it immediately, like I'm down to talk and be like, hey, why that was fucked up, right?
Right.
Like, I'm saying, like, so, and this happened in like the public eye, you feel me? And I think he's kind of dealing with it the best way that he can, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he put out the apology video, which, it is what it is. I mean, I don't think, you can't really apologize for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on the low, like, and I agree with, people say, I mean, not necessarily that I agree, but I understand that, like, yeah, I feel you, like people saying like that video was weak, the apology was weak. It's like, yeah, word. I'm not going to argue with you. You feel me? It's different for me because I know him personally, you know what I'm saying? And it's also like, it's a complicated thing. You feel me? Like, and racism is complicated. Like, it's not just like, somebody's inner thoughts are not like the highest level of like on the spectrum of racism necessarily to me. I don't really personally give a fuck what any individual white person thinks about me or what I'm doing or my decisions or any of that shit.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But it matters though, you feel me? And it contributes to everything when they have the power and the privilege. It does matter. So it's not to be downplayed, but just to kind of put my perspective on it or whatever. But it's crazy, man. But I've talked to him like, a few times and, he, we talked and he like apologized. He knows I'm a father and shit. He's like, oh, all the like, you know what I'm saying? And it's weird because there's even things about watching that video that I noticed, you feel me? That I don't really even want to like say publicly and shit, but just like knowing him, I could see like stupid shit in his face. I'm like, look at this fool, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, I'm not going to say like what I'm thinking, you feel me? But like, I know,
sure.
Damn near like in his, I know what's up with that video.
Okay.
I know what's going on there. And I don't think a lot of people know, and they don't need to know. Like, it's not necessarily like they shouldn't have to know that to like understand it or contextualize it or none of that shit. Like, yeah, it's fucked up what happened. Yeah. If you can't fuck with that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But I guarantee you, if you know a white person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would encourage you to, if you give a fuck about what that person thinks of you, or if you have a relationship or you value that person in any kind of way, that you talk to them about that shit, see what they think about white privilege, and see if they, because a lot of these white folks you talk about, I don't have no privilege. Like, I've had, you know what I'm saying? Is that like,
which is just
it is,
well,
but it's crazy. Like, but I've had them conversations like with a lot of folks that consider themselves like liberal, you feel me, or whatever.
Oh, be careful of that label, right? And that's
like,
why I like, that's why I like talking to the Bay Area,
bro. Like, you feel me? Like,
y'all are always like, it's something about the Bay Area where, like, because of the Panthers' influence, especially Oakland, it's like y'all are very political.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
But I like that. No, I'm political, bro. I be on there. Killing it. Like, I'm like, we can't not, but it's basic things. It's basic things. And beyond the context of this situation, but just in America, it's basic things we got to be able to agree on some level. And from what it seems like, there's a huge chunk of America that just can't accept basic truths. It hurts them too much. It hurts to say that there's systematic inequality. It hurts them. It hurts their feelings to acknowledge it, right? Like, imagine being more concerned about how it makes you feel as the person who perpetrated the crime over those other people. So imagine how I feel having to talk about the shit. But we can't even acknowledge that there's a country that had slaves for centuries.
Can't even agree on that, right? I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, how is that even possible?
Can't even agree on how that impact still like tangibly like affects all of us today. You feel like everybody, not just black, for like the whole dynamic of everything is like comes from that shit damn near. And the fact that like, folks are still like trying to accept that they have like a privilege because they're white. I mean, I kind of like, it's not the same thing, and I'm gonna be the first person to say it, but I do compare it to my own like personal, journey, if you will, of just being like a man and shit and dealing with like, masculinity, toxic masculinity, you feel me, and shit, and like dealing with like, damn, like I said, like the FAG word, like, I said it in a battle, like, you feel me, like I don't even, like I don't like that. You feel me? And
Right. You don't feel like
person,
that. Yeah.
like today, I would never say that, and I damn near feel like embarrassed that I did. You feel me? And I think probably it's a similar way that a white person maybe could like kind of reverse that shit or attempt to put their energy like at least outwardly. You feel me? Which like, I think folks have the ability to do. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is interesting. It makes you think about like everything type shit.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. Pass, this has been great. I'm gonna use this in my dossier that I'm gonna create to get rid of the two-party system in America, and
let's go.
make voting a right, and that type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So I'll include this in that and everything. But I appreciate your time. This has been a dope session in my opinion. I've gotten to know a little bit more about how you approach things and kind of your thoughts on different situations, and the project is real dope too. So
oh man, thank you, bro. That's much appreciated. Yeah, good talk, man. Anytime, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely,
That's
man.
good.
You know what I mean? And in the interim, man, just be careful, man. That picture, I'm
gonna keep y'all updated, man.
You have to, bro. You got to
keep y'all updated. Yo, so many people, bro, hit me up like, "Oh, this is a filter." He edited the shit out of this picture, bro. I'm like, "Yo, y'all are crazy."
Come on, bro. Come on. And then we keep seeing more of them. It's like, nah, this was different.
Exactly. Man. Like, I'm not the only one that has one. Mine just looks really crazy. Like, I don't know why. Like, bro. Like,
yeah.
You feel me? I got an 8+. You dig? Like,
I'm like, yo, who's this? Tim Burton? What the fuck is this?
Bro, yeah. I might have to use that for like a single or something.
Something, man. That's an album cover. Like, welcome to hell.
Too many people said it's an album cover, so I might have to use it for some kind of thing. Bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but shit, man. But regardless though, man, I appreciate you. You know what I mean, giving us your time and everything like that. I'm gonna close out and everything. You know what I'm saying, and stick around. We'll talk a little bit after this. But to the people that's out there right now, they're gonna hear this, man. Black Compass Media. Make sure you subscribe to the page and to what's going on. Again on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher. Yeah. I said them all quick like that. SoundCloud. And we got visuals dropping. We got some in studios going. You know what I mean? We got some more work on the way. We got some merch on the way. We got some story. We got some other things on the way. Shout out to Pose.
Yeah, I mean.
You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get to it. But Black Compass Media signing out with Pass.
Appreciate you, hey, bro. Hit me on the social medias, Pass510 for everything. Twitter, Instagram, even this caffeine shit I'm on here, I think.
Word, man. Make sure y'all follow Pass. All the information will be there. So there'll be no excuse. When we ask you guys, did you listen to the project? Did you see the interview? No excuses, all right? So make sure you do that. All right. Black Compass Media, Tone Bro, signing out. Y'all be good.